and this is more for my own posterity than any other reason, but who knows, maybe someday people will see these videos. This is my current map, and I have all of my houses over here on the east side of my island. So I have Myra, I have Pico, I have Rold, who was one of my first villagers. I have Big Top, who is also one of my first villagers. I have Marshall and Coco, Pecan, Ellie, and Zucker, as well as Frida. And is that 10? Yeah, that's all 10. As you can see, the whole west side of my island is not developed at all. My own house is over there, and the campsite is over there. So I'm not good at doing this. So there's the campsite, and I picked an island on purpose that had a lot of empty space in front of the airport, and resident services is way back, kind of far from almost in the center of the island, and I wanted to have a bit of a meandering forested pathway so that when you enter my island you have a real kind of forested feel. My main island has a real developed feel, so I wanted this island to be the opposite in as many ways as possible from my other island, which I do love. It's not like I wanted to do things different because I hated it. I just wanted something different. I slapped my shops over here. They might not stay there, and my museum here, and these things I don't know exactly where they're going to end up being. I just moved my house yesterday from the west coast to this more central area. Basically, I was getting tired of running back and forth to and from my house, which is where I keep all my supplies, to craft things or pick things up and try things out and then bring them back was getting a little bit too much. So I put my house here because it's a little bit more central. I did quite a bit of terraforming over on the east side where my neighborhood is, and I've really only focused on the neighborhood. So I'm going to, so this is my house. No, is this my house? No, it's not my house. I don't know how I got over here. This is my house. I haven't decorated my house. It's completely empty inside, but I did upgrade it. I brought money over from my other account in order to upgrade my house fully. So that took I think it took 5 days to do that. And I also have lots of items brought over from my other island. I did a lot of cataloging of items that I thought I might need so that I could have plenty of things. And as you can see, I have been neglecting my island as I have done a lot of designing over the past 5 or 6 days. The first 5 or 6 days of having this island, I spent, harvesting wood and picking weeds and trying to, plant flowers and get my rating up to 3 so that KK could come. And I hate using my pole vault. I haven't built any bridges. Well, I shouldn't say I haven't built any bridges, but I haven't built any bridges over here. So I just did some some terraforming here to be able to get over. I think that this is going to be an orchard at some point. There used to be a house here. I just left all the stuff behind. So this is where my house used to be. And lots of fruit trees through here. So this is kind of, just general stuff. I haven't been taking good care of it because I've been spending most of my time over here. So this is where my resident services is. I slapped up these fences just to get my rating to 3 and added these drink machine and snack machine because they were asking for it, or Isabel suggested. I can't remember who said it, but somebody told me to do that, so I did it. And I have been really neglecting. I have been trying to not neglect my villagers. Oops, I meant to talk to Coco, not pole vault across. So look at my 2 bunnies hanging out together. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Aww. So Coco, I adore Coco on my other island, so I was very pleased to get Coco. We have her amiibo card, so let's talk. Did you hear that someone new moved to the island today? I'm going to go say hi later. It's Zucker. I found Zucker on a Nook Miles ticket, And so Myra is busy fishing. She doesn't want to talk to me, but that's okay. So I was happy to get Zucker. I actually wasn't looking for a character like Zucker. I was looking for something. I'm trying to keep all of my characters here pretty natural. But Zucker has that kind of beige head. His body looks like it's red. I haven't paid much attention to Zucker actually because I didn't think I cared for him. But when I got him, I was like, oh, we'll have him come to live on my island at least for a little while. This is where you come to the neighborhood section of my island, and I'm using these circular tiles to indicate a place where you could go different directions. So here you could either go up here or you could go across this bridge to Pico's house. I don't know all of my islanders' houses yet because I've literally been just plopping houses around without paying much attention to who's who. But that is Pico's house, and she is one of 2 houses that I've sort of decorated. I'm not completely happy with it, but I just wanted to get it looking kind of full and friendly and give her lots of fun things to look at and do outside of her house. So I put her on a bit of an island, and because of that, my plan was to have people who walk through my neighborhood go this way, but then I realized that Pico herself cannot go that way because she can't jump. So I did install this little bridge here, which makes Pico's house be the first house that you see when you enter for many people, I'm guessing this will be the first house that they go to. But that wasn't actually my intention. My intention was that you would see Pico's house. There'd be a river here and you couldn't get to it until you went all through the neighborhood. And I wanted my neighborhood to have a real wandering kind of feel. I haven't developed down here yet. It's not going to be houses. It's going to be something else. I don't know what. So I did quite a bit of terraforming, and I put Frida's house up here, and her house is also decorated. It's the first one I decorated. She has that really beautiful ketchup and mustard type of look to her. And let's go inside and see what the inside of her house is like. I can't remember. I think it's a diner. Are you in there? I know you're in there. Hello, Frida. Look at her pretty house. It's so nice. I'm so glad I took her. I found her on a Nook Miles island, and I was kind of like, oh, I already had a sheep at that point, and it was Rocco, and I think his name was Rocco. He's really similar. Similar color scheme, but gee, I love her so much. What you'd expect. It's really weird having your style picked apart. Yeah, I hear you, sister. They keep telling me I've got stuff strewn about and reminding me that I can store stuff. You know that, right? So her house is adorable, and I'm so glad that I have her on my island. And her aesthetic is very red and yellow, so I put red and yellow flowers outside, just a mixture. And I haven't, this probably isn't going to stay this way forever, but it's a good start. I like her. I like her house. And I did put this kind of terraforming area up here that I figured I could decorate at some point. And I gave her little waterfalls out front just for a little bit of interest. And so that is her house. And now you can hop on across to here. And this is Pecan's house. Pecan is an adorable little squirrel. I'm trying to keep all woodsy animals, and that's why I put Frida up on the cliff there, because I figure maybe she's a mountain goat or a mountain sheep. She's a sheep, not a goat. Pecan is my cute little squirrel, and I love her little eyelashes and eyelids. So let's have a little chat with her. She's a beautiful house. I love how her furniture is all that rich mahogany, like a pecan. I love it, like a pecan shell. What do you think? It'll help bring us together, darling. I'm sure of it. She's going to ask me a question. What kind of books do you read? Quite interested. Magazines, essays, or dictionaries? Let's say essays. I have read a few books of essays. fiction wasn't an option. Nail polish nightmares. You've decided to try orange again. Trouble with trousers, a squirrel explains. Oh, Pecan, you're so funny. Ah, look at her. She changed her clothes. She's going to get ready to do some mopping. But yeah, beautiful house. So cute. And she's dusting her telephone. So that is Pecan's house, and you can follow this path over here, but we'll come to that part of the neighborhood later. I like this neighborhood that it kind of circles around like a real neighborhood would. I grew up in a neighborhood that wasn't developed, like it didn't have straight blocks. It was more curvy with lots of crescents and circles, and you could circle around. You could get anywhere in the neighborhood multiple ways, and so I wanted this neighborhood to be a little bit like that. And so this house is not all that decorated. I forget whose house this even is. Oh, this is Ellie's house. I put the little elephant watering can. And these paths here, this grass path is something that I got the design code from Blathy's, and she uses it on her island, which I was very inspired by her island when I went. I put these signs in. I went on a dream tour of her island, and definitely worth checking out. So I put these signs here to say that there's houses down this way, and then there's also houses the other way. And down here is, oops, I'm going the wrong way. I just did this yesterday. Here is Coco's house. And Coco has some beach real estate here, as you can see. It's really pretty. Let's do that again and do a little screenshot. So I planted the trees yesterday, and I put the path in here, and I also wanted her to have a little patio in behind. And I got this idea from Blathy's, actually. She has a little house that's down, kind of, you might miss it, except for the fact that you can see her patio furniture. And so I thought I'd put some patio furniture right here, and you would see it when you're like checking out Ellie's house over here. That's my hope, is that you'll kind of, well, you'll see the edge of the house there, so you'll know that there's a house. But also, if you're kind of like walking around here, oh, you're not going to see it. Anyhow, that's fine. Maybe from a different angle, but I'm going to put a beach bed right here. I don't have any my inventory yet, so I'll have to wait until I get one, or one comes to my store, or else I'll just go to my other island and get one. So again, you can go two different ways here. You can go down there, or you can go through here. This archway kind of marks what I hope will be someday very like a forested area. I want to put trees up on this, but I don't think it's deep enough. And I don't think I can make it any deeper because you have to have a little ledge around here. But so anyways, you can go around here to get to Marshall's house, but I'm going to get to Marshall's house a different way. So we can hop on across like this to whose ever house this is. Who's this? Oh, I think it's Myra. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. Yeah, it's Myra's house. I had Myra on my other island too. So, let's circle back and let's hop over to Pecan's house again. We won't go in because we've already been in. Pecan's house hasn't been decorated yet. I hope to put a couple more things outside of here and plant some flowers and whatnot. I'll add a little decorative area right here. Oh, and here's Big Top. Hello, buddy. Hey again, you keep checking up on me today, huh? Sure, let's talk. Did you see the results for the Happy Home Academy? Mine said so many bugs, which is cool. Aw, Big Top. I'm not really gonna miss you. Is this his house? I think it is. Yeah. So, I don't care for him. And then this is, of course, Myra's house that I already showed you. You could get through across by hopping across over there. So here's Myra's house. And then this path leads you around to Marshall's house. And Marshall has a little very private estate back here with 2 levels. His yard includes 2 levels, and I think that this is going to be really nice. Again, I was inspired by Blathy's, who has Coco's house off in beside the, kind of off on its own and beside the private beach. And so I did all this yesterday, this path, which was, this path is kind of tricky to set up. It's not as smooth as Blathy's is. Obviously I'm just not as good at doing it, but you can get to Marshall's house actually 3 different ways. So I showed you that you could follow that wooded path through the archway that brings you out over here. You can also follow this little path right here that I just took, but you can also get to Marshall's house from the beach right here. I just set up this wooded area here that I might put like a little romantic spot for sitting and stargazing. Down the line, as I have ideas, I just try to put a little something there. I might not have time to fully actualize the idea, but I just put a little something there to set the space so that I remember what my idea was, because I can be pretty forgetful. So then you kind of go through here, and I didn't want to have to make this river wide enough to make a bridge, so I just made this little footpath bridge. My intention is that even though we all know that this is a discontinuation, my idea is that I want it to look like the water just goes underneath of that land and continues the river. Whose house is this? Ah, this is Zucker's house. Okay, he's new here, so let's go and see. He's probably still in boxes, still unpacking. Hello, Zucker. Oh, he has an outdoor house. Oh. Oh, it's like a inner city. Oh, cool. Cool. I think he has like a Japanese food aesthetic, so maybe it'll be like food stalls and stuff. Whoa, it's already dark out. I've been unpacking all day and I'm still not done. Oh wait, is it evening here? I thought it was morning. Oh, it's 10 p.m. Oh my God. I changed the time because I prefer to work in the daytime. I find it difficult to design when I can't imagine what it'll look like. I play mostly in the daytime, so I was doing some work last night and changed the time to be daytime, and now it's morning and it's nighttime. So this is Rolled. Hello. He's been with me since the beginning, since day 1. Haven't met our new neighbor yet. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to say hi to them. I think instead of just saying hello, I'm going to tweak my jogging route so it spells out their name. You do that. You do that, Rolled. That's a good idea. So this must be his house. I haven't done anything over here except laying the paths. Yeah. And then, of course, you can hop back over to Pico's house. And over here is my house. And I just moved my house yesterday to this spot. And what I was thinking, I don't know if it's going to stay here forever and ever, but I was thinking I would make my house into an inn. It seems to me that making my house into an inn gives me the most options as far as being able to make one of those nice spa rooms that everybody has. I can set up a fancy lobby and also do a couple of bedrooms and a restaurant and kind of have all of those under one roof and have it still kind of make good logical sense. So I don't want to have a second player on this island. I do have a second player on my other island, and it's set up as a restaurant with different themed eating rooms. And yeah, so then you can go up here and across from, whose house is this again? This is Zucker's house. Across from Zucker's house, you can kind of hop over here, and this just isn't developed. But what I was thinking I might do, oh, Whisk is here today. Is that his name? Whisk? No, it's Wisp. Whisk. Yeah, that would be cool to have a little Whisk that you could, you know, I don't know, help him find his batter? I don't know. I was thinking that this could be a little rooftop patio for my house. And if that's the case, then I'll install an incline, probably like right here, to kind of go up and go around to the back. And if I want it to be really big, I could always make this river a little bit smaller. This is a natural river that just came on my island. And I just plopped my my campsite right here, just because I just needed to put it somewhere. And I've just put a bunch of stuff that was in my pockets when I was moving things, so I just dropped it here. So, and then there's the remnants of a house that I moved, one of those houses that I had to build stuff for. So this is my island, and I just wanted to kind of remind myself what it was like earlier on, because my other island is super developed now, and I really wish that I had more pictures, or I have some pictures, but I really wish that I had video footage of it when it was at its different stages, because I don't know, I just like going back and seeing how things used to be. I'm a nostalgic kind of person, I guess. But just to kind of remind myself, in case I ever am developing an island again, some things that I did this time that I'm happy that I did are like I kind of did all of the terraforming, and I did it all at once. Like I knew I wanted lots of hills over here where the neighborhood was going to be, and I knew I wanted lots of water. And I still don't really feel like I have quite enough water. Like, I have some, and I do like the water that I feel like I need to attach these. I might do that today, attach these two and have a hop around place. I wanted lots of, this was natural. So this place that Frida's house was just part of my island. But it was attached, so this part I cut through to make it smaller. I cut through here, and then I just added a little bit of terraforming detail to make it look natural, like I didn't just cut through it. And then I wanted this to be somebody's house, and then when I noticed that I had a sheep, I thought I'll put the sheep up here, because it's like a mountain sheep. And then I basically, I think I raised this section because I don't think this was here. I think all of this is made by me. Although this level right here that I'm facing was here and was natural, and I think that this river was natural. Yeah, I wish I had filmed earlier because I don't remember exactly how this was. But I did all of this terraforming, like all of this was just one level, and I brought all of this up. This part that I'm facing right now, I pulled that up. Anyhow, this is where my island is now. I'm going to spend a couple of days not